Ted Bundy remains one of the most infamous serial killers in American history. His name has become synonymous with deception, manipulation, and brutal violence. Between 1974 and 1978, Bundy terrorized the United States, murdering at least 30 women, though the actual number may be much higher. His charm and intelligence allowed him to blend into society, making his crimes all the more horrifying. This is the story of Ted Bundy, his crimes, his capture, and his lasting impact on criminal psychology and law enforcement. Theodore Robert Bundy was born on November 24, 1946, in Burlington, Vermont. His early life was fraught with deception. He was raised by his grandparents under the belief that his mother, Louise, was his sister. When he later learned the truth, it profoundly affected his sense of identity. Bundy grew up in Tacoma, Washington, where he exhibited early signs of antisocial behavior, including peeping into windows and petty theft. Despite his troubling tendencies, Bundy excelled academically. He attended the University of Washington, studying psychology, and even worked at a suicide crisis hotline, where he was considered charismatic and helpful. His outwardly normal demeanor masked the violent urges that would later emerge in terrifying ways. Bundy's killing spree is believed to have begun in 1974, though some investigators suspect he may have started earlier. His modus operandi involved luring young women by feigning injury, often using a cast or crutches, or posing as an authority figure. Once he gained their trust, he would abduct them, often in broad daylight, before assaulting and murdering them. His first confirmed attacks occurred in Washington state, where women began disappearing from college campuses. Victims like Linda Ann Healy and Jorgen Hawkins were abducted with little trace, leaving authorities baffled. As the pattern continued, reports emerged of a man named Ted approaching women in public places, driving a Volkswagen Beetle. This clue would later become crucial in his capture. As law enforcement closed in, Bundy moved his hunting grounds. By mid-1974, he had relocated to Utah, where he continued his spree, killing women such as Nancy Wilcox and Deborah Kent. His crimes soon extended to Colorado and Idaho, with Bundy leaving behind a trail of devastated families and baffled investigators. His ability to evade capture stemmed from his intelligence and meticulous planning. He altered his appearance frequently and changed locations before authorities could establish a solid pattern. However, his luck would soon run out. Bundy was arrested for the first time in August 1975, when police stopped his Volkswagen Beetle in Utah and found burglary tools, handcuffs, and a crowbar inside. Though this arrest did not immediately link him to the murders, further investigations connected him to the disappearances in Utah and Colorado. In 1977, Bundy managed to escape from custody not once but twice. During his first escape, he jumped from a courthouse library window in Colorado but was recaptured after 6 days. In December of the same year, he escaped again, this time from his jail cell, fleeing to Florida. After escaping to Florida, Bundy committed some of his most horrific crimes. In January 1978, he broke into the Chi Omega sorority house at Florida State University, brutally attacking 4 women and killing 2, Lisa Levy and Margaret Bowman. Less than a month later, he abducted and murdered 12-year-old Kimberly Leach, his final known victim. Bundy was finally captured on February 15, 1978, when a police officer in Pensacola pulled him over for a stolen vehicle. This time, authorities ensured he would not escape again. Bundy's trial was one of the first to be nationally televised, and he used the spotlight to his advantage. Acting as his own attorney, he displayed his trademark charisma, but the evidence against him was overwhelming. Eyewitness accounts, dental impressions from bite marks left on Lisa Levy, and forensic evidence sealed his fate. He was convicted and sentenced to death in 1979. After exhausting his appeals, Bundy finally admitted to many of his crimes, hoping for a reprieve. However, his confessions did not save him. On January 24, 1989, Bundy was executed in the electric chair at Florida State Prison. Ted Bundy's case changed how law enforcement handled serial murder investigations. His ability to move across state lines undetected led to improved coordination between police departments. The psychological profiling techniques used in his case also influenced modern criminal investigations. His story has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and films, with experts continuing to study his behavior in an attempt to understand the mind of a killer. His legacy is one of horror, but it also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of trusting appearances. Ted Bundy's reign of terror left an indelible mark on criminal history. His intelligence and manipulative charm allowed him to prey on unsuspecting women for years. While he was eventually brought to justice, his case remains one of the most studied and discussed in the field of criminology. His story serves as both a chilling reminder of the evil that can lurk behind a friendly facade and a testament to the relentless pursuit of justice by those who sought to stop him.